right, good evening, everybody. Whoop. Welcome back to another episode of Dark Stone Drinking. My name is Seth Campbell. If you're just joining me, what I am doing is playing the game of Shadows of Brimstone, which is my favorite board game, and it is a RPG dungeon crawler where you play as cowboys traveling through mines and canyons and other worlds, fighting eldritch horrors and bandits and other monsters. Building up your character as you go and getting gear and going through various quests and missions. And what I've decided to do with this is do kind of some overarching stories. So I'm in the middle of one right now. I'll kind of fill us back in where we left off. But the overall theme of this stream that I'm doing is drinking games. So if you're following along, hopefully you've brought your drink. If you're just tuning in for the first time, grab one. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to play the game. You're going to listen and watch, and I'm going to tell you the drinking rules. And as I fumble through this, we're going to take drinks and shots, and it's going to get progressively dumber as we go along. I might even do some improv voice acting and have some fun. So I'm drinking a rum and coconut mix. I'm going to call it the Otherworld Gate, fresh out of my new Shadows of Brimstone official Brimstone Saloon glass that I just got in last night. I'm super excited for that. Wish I could have gotten to Dice Fest in Washington. Would love to do that at some point. But yeah, saw this online, had to get it. So cheers. Send me a comment of what you're drinking. If you're drinking, if you're not a drinker, no worries. You can watch me make a fool of myself. So yeah, let's get into the rules here in just a second. So a couple of things. This isn't a tutorial video. I don't really teach you how to play the game, although I would highly suggest you getting into it, especially if you are a board gamer. It is an investment. There's a lot of pieces, but you can get a core set and jump in. The big fun is painting your models and then creating your character and going on the quests. And then there's lots of expansions, as you can see behind me, that you can invest in. I do explain the rules as I go a little bit, and if you're curious and you want to know a little bit more, message me. I've got a ton of rule books. You're going to see me fumbling through a lot of those as we go, but again, I'll try to explain what's happening to the best of my ability. If I make a mistake, feel free to call me out on it. I'm not an expert at the game, though maybe after several of these, I'll be a little bit more versed, but there's a lot of rules, so I'm going to be doing a lot of shifting through those. So speaking of rules, let's jump into the drinking game rules. Probably modify these at some point, although they seem to have been working so far. So this is a combat and movement-based game. So there's a couple things we'll drink to. First, we're going to drink whenever a new enemy appears. We're going to take one drink whenever we draw an encounter card. We're going to take one drink whenever we roll a 1 for movement, and we're going to take one drink whenever we take a wound or a horror hit. Not per wound, but just in general, just one drink. I would like to not stumble, back up to my bed in a total disarray. Then you're going to take 2 drinks whenever the darkness moves. The darkness is the energy force in the mines that's trying to escape and corrupt all of the towns, and that is one of the things we're trying to stop. So whenever that moves up, you're going to take 2 drinks. We're going to take 2 drinks whenever we roll a critical hit. I might also take 2 drinks whenever an enemy has their equivalent of a critical hit, if they do. We're going to take 2 drinks whenever we get Dark Stone. Dark Stone is the purple goodness that is hidden in these mines. We've got a couple already. They are an energy source of the darkness, but they're also an energy source that the cowboys are using and mining and selling and putting into weapons. That's one of the things we're after here. And then you're going to take 2 drinks whenever you have a depth event, which happens if you roll doubles on the hold back the darkness. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have my depth event chart up there, which I do. That's the other thing you're going to be watching a lot of, is me fumbling around and hopefully not knocking everything over. So then we're going to take a shot if you die, if one of the characters dies, which we can revive. once here, but if they die, we take a shot, and then we take a shot after every fight. Last 2 episodes ago, we had 2 fights, quite a few, so we're felt pretty warm by the end of that, and we've got a new fight coming up. So yeah, those are the rules. If you've got some suggestions of rules, please, comment and let me know what you think I could add. I'm always open for suggestions. All right, well, let's just fill you in kind of on the story here. I'll get to the main screen of the game. Let me know if you can't hear me very well. I can always turn the music down. So where we're at. A few episodes ago, Marshal Decker McGraw went into the mines to kind of re-explore, and he's been hearing some calling from this ancient coin he has, and so he went into the mines to explore, encountered some void wizards. They pulled some magic mumbo-jumbo, opened up portals to other worlds, and monsters are escaping out everywhere. A mysterious teenage girl appeared in his arms. He lost his daughter and his wife to tuberculosis, and so he has kind of a protective nature, especially to this mysterious girl that he doesn't know. He doesn't know her name yet. And after a battle in the town... Oh, excuse me. I'm going to need to drink already. Much better. He and her have ventured back into the canyons. They're trying to travel across to find an old companion of his who he thinks could maybe help unlock some secrets about her past. She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know where she came from. Her mission, she's the orphan character. Her mission is find your kid. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to find out any information about her. She doesn't even know her own name. So they've been in the canyons. They've gone down waterfalls. They've encountered sand crabs, and they just destroyed the big Dark Stone Hydra, and they've re-encountered an entrance to a new mine under the canyons, which he doesn't remember having to go through last time, but he's hoping he can find the right path to his friend here. And when a howl shrieks up the mines, and a night terror has appeared. So that's this demon up here, so you can see in the camera. Let's bring him closer. Look at that guy. He's got some dark stone in his hand. He's munching on the dark stone. And the girl is ahead. She's been pushing forward, and he's trying to keep up. And they are about to get into it. So that's it. So the first thing we're going to do is every time we get one of our clue icons, which we need 3 of to complete our mission. We just encountered our second. So we need to roll 3 dice. If we get triples, which I don't know if it's ever going to happen, that is the conclusion of the orphans mission of find your kin, so maybe some secrets would be revealed there. And it's not triples, so we'll move on from there. All right, so we're in the fight. I'm just drinking more because I'm thirsty than anything else. So we always have to hold back the darkness at the start of every turn, so let's do that. 11, we do. We have to roll 7s right now to hold back the darkness. All right, so fortunately the night terrors used to scare me more. The monster, not the actual night terrors. But I think we can get him. They both have higher initiative than he does. So let's get into this. The girl is going to jump in there. She's going to roll for movement. And she rolls a 6. And she's going to go ahead and get up here and try to draw the monster away from Marshal a little bit here. She's going to position herself and fire 2 shots. Remind myself what she can do. We don't have any grit, so we can't use any of her special abilities. Okay, so she's going to fire 2 shots here. Can't see my dice. And they are both duds. Total misses. We probably shouldn't drink for every miss because we're going to be drinking a lot in this game. Okay, so total miss on her part. She fires off. They fly over the beast's head. Marshal's going in for it. However, there's still this man-eater cactus in this space, and it's flailing everywhere. And he rolled a 1 for movement, which, first of all, allows him to recover a grit. And then we also take 1 drink for that. And he moves in, and the man-eater cactus is all over him. He's got to roll an escape test. And he got it. So he knocks the cactus off his legs. He's going to go ahead and use that grit to add, I believe we can add a d6 to his roll here. Let me just double check. Here's the first rule book of the night. Reroll any number of dice, add an extra d6 to your movement, or use grit to activate a special ability. So he's got 2, so let's go ahead and use. He wants to get in there, and he's not going to let her take all the glory or the damage. So he's going to use a grit, add a d6 to his roll. 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want to get too close, though. We're going to try to flank this guy. And he's got a shotgun. He's already used his Marshal badge, so we don't have that ability. But we can heal when we kill things. And I can fully restore my health once per game. So I'll have to remember that. All right. You can do this, Marshal. I think I'm going to move my... Yeah, let's move that right there. You can still see that. Because I can see it just a little bit better. Right there. 2 misses. They are still a little rocked from their last encounter, firing off. They're missing everywhere, and the monster is howling. So a hero starting an activation on the same map tile automatically takes 2 horror hits. That should have probably been heard, but we're going to skip that. Okay, he's got to move 5, so he's going in. I do believe, I just need to double check who he has to attack first. La 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 la. La 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 la. Targeting heroes. First enemy model targets a random hero that they can reach. And then they'll target different heroes. Okay. Yep, so he's gonna pick a random target here. And he has his sights set on the girl. And so I believe he is targeting her until he's no longer targeting her. So let's... Yep. The snake switched targets, so fortunately the monster is coming after her. I think we're going to try to stay in the mines here, because if we go back in here, the cactus is going to get us. So, alright, let's see. So we go 1, 2, 3. There he is. Also, we've got demonic forces coming out, so unfortunately all demon enemies are +1 combat, so that means he's attacking with 5 dice. He's a combat of 5. That's bad. Bad, bad, bad news bears. Fortunately, that was harder to hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4 misses. 1 hit. He rears back his claw, swipes in. The girl's got to block 1. She's got to roll a 4, and she doesn't get it. And he knocks her up in the shoulder, claws ripping in, blood sprays everywhere. She takes 4 damage. And so she's at 6. She only has 8 health. That's not good. She does have some whiskey that Marshal doesn't know about, so she could heal. So we take a drink for that. And then that's the end of the fight. And we've got to roll to hold back the darkness. And we didn't get it. Oh no! So the darkness moves up, which makes us immediately draw a darkness card. First we take 2 drinks. And it says, Power of the Void. All void enemies are now +1 combat. He's not a void enemy. Let's hope we don't encounter any of those. And then she starts her activation on the same map tile, so she takes 2 horror hits, so she has to block those. And she misses both of them. So here's a question. Oh, Terror 2. I think they're just one each, so take a drink. Because it doesn't say what they would be. Because normally it says what the damage would be. So I'm just going to assume it's 1. If someone has a differing opinion, like if they think it's the same damage of his, which would be 4, so it'd be 8 sanity hits, let me know. But otherwise, I'm going to go with this for now. And you guys can correct me later. So she's got 5. 5 out of 10. Okay. Let's go ahead and try to roll an escape test to get away from him. See if she can maybe keep him away from Marshal here. She did it. Oh, she automatically passes all escape tests. That's cool. So let's go ahead and move. What are you? A 6. Okay. So she's gonna dash away over here to the edge and get away from him and try to blast him in the back. She doesn't have any grit. I wonder, hopefully we can recover some. Oh yeah, 2 critical hits. Let's take 4 drinks. Let's live it up. Ooh. Holy crap. She's back in it. Fires off. They're leaning in. Critical hits mean that it bypasses his defense. So he has a defense of 3, meaning in a normal hit you would have to roll a 4 when you roll damage to actually get even 1 through. The critical hit now, anything I roll for damage is going to get through. So if we can roll good damage rolls here, if I can get 2 6s, this guy's dead. Like, dead. Oh, no, but we did get 5. So she gets 2 good shots. She gets behind him, blasts him in the back, catches him in the shoulder. He takes 5 damage. And that gives her 5 times 5 is 25. That gives her 25 XP right there. Sweet. He's pissed. He's turning around to go after her now. Marshal starts his activation. 2 horror hits. He has to block him. He blocks one, but the voices are in his head, so he takes 1 sanity. Oh, he's got some hatchets too. Oh, should we? Oh, I don't know if I want to throw the hatchets just yet, because I know we're going to have a big boss fight at the end here, and I don't want to use all the tricks in my bag yet, because whatever it's going to be is going to be gross, assuredly. So we're going to not use the hatchets. We do have to take a drink. Already halfway down, gonna have to refill. But he's gonna go ahead and try to fire off his shotgun. He has a dead man's canteen, so I can give up some sanity off the canteen to heal him. He's also got bandages and whiskey, so we got some tricks that he can use to heal if he needs to. But let's see if we can get through this fight without doing it. We're already in pretty good. We've only got 7 damage left. Okay, it's a miss. So he's still a little rattled. Shot flies off wildly, and the monster is going over to the girl. He's gonna get his revenge here. He swipes again. 5 big swipes coming through. 4 of them miss again because he's got to get a 5 or 6, and so he's got one swinging in at her, and she dodges this time. She's recognized his moves. She can get past it and swings wild, misses over her head, and we're at the end of that turn. We roll to hold back the darkness. Let's do it. Oh no. Darkness goes again. We take 2 drinks. The darkness is being pulled by this demonic monster here, and it's feeling it, and it's moving. It's trying to get out, and they're trying to hold it back. The Marshal is holding onto that old lantern as hard as he can, using as much willpower as he can muster. And the girl now has to pass some sanity tests, which she does. She's not going crazy, and now she's gonna move. She automatically passes the escape test, so we don't even have to roll for that. Whoops. So let's roll for movement. Ooh, she only rolled a 1, which means she gets a grit back. Nice. We take a drink. So she's gonna position herself between the monster and Marshal here. I'm gonna go ahead and use the grit to give her +2 combat and +1 damage for 1 attack. So all of these are +1 damage, and she gets two more shots. So she's loaded up her gun. She's got 4 bullets in the chamber. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3 hits, one of them being a critical. Take 2 shots. 2 drinks. I don't want anybody getting hurt. Please don't do this while you're driving. All right, let's do that critical first. So critical damage is 2. And she gets 10 XP for that. And then get next one. See if we can get through. He's got defensive 3. So 1 gets through. And one more gets through. Okay, so she got a total of 4 on it. Not terrible. Not as much as I would have loved. But he's at 9 now. So we only got 4 health left to get him. So that's 10 more XP for her. Marshal is very close to leveling up, which is going to be excellent. Okay, Marshal activates. He takes 2 horror hits. 1 and then gets through. He takes another sanity. This is just a little too much for this old man. Take a drink. The rules are also down in the bottom of the screen, if you can see. Yeah, down there. You can see it. In the corner. I don't know if you can read it. It looks pretty tiny. Okay. Marshal gets that shotgun ready. Eyes down the sight. Over the girl's shoulder and... Oh, wait. No. It doesn't hit. And, okay. So, he misses. He just can't do this. He's going crazy. The voices in his head are screaming at him. He can't even sight and flies wild, smashes into a thing of Dark Stone, shatters everywhere, and the monster is back on the girl here. 5 hits. If he gets some good ones in, though, she's done for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Yeah, fortunately, these things are stupid, and they've got worse aim than stormtroopers. And he's flailing. He's got black blood in his eyes. He can't see, and all of his hits veer off wild. And so we have to hold back the darkness. And we do this time, thank goodness. It's the girl's turn. She's got some horror hits coming her way. It's getting a little bit much for her. And she misses 1, so take a drink. She's gonna go ahead and pass that escape test and try to move. She's just trying to keep this thing as far away from the Marshal as she can. Oh yeah, he doesn't move yet. And she's gonna fire off 2 more shots. She's gotten some good criticals here. Let's see if we can get some more. Oh yes, 2 hits, 1 critical, 1 not. Let's do that critical first. First, take your 2 drinks. And come on, 4, 3. Crap. All right. So it takes 3. So 5, 8, 9. Wait. How many I have? I had 9, 10, 11, 12. I can do my math. That's it. We got it. She killed it. gears up. Bullet goes straight through his eye, blasts out the other side. Gore and brain matter everywhere. And it dies with an unearthly howl and then explodes as it hits the ground into a mist and a vapor, and it is gone. And then she gets 15. She gets 25 for killing it. The Marshal didn't get to activate, so we got some special stuff coming up. And we get to catch our breath, which I sorely need. First, before we do that, let's take our shot because we finished a fight. And then we get some rewards. All right. So first we catch our breath. Each hero is allowed to catch your breath at the end of every fight, healing D3 wounds and sanity. So let's roll for the girl. So she gets to heal 3. So let's... she's going to heal 1 sanity and 2 wounds. But she's going to need to heal some more wounds here, because she's still at half health. But she's still also like at half sanity too. So she's hurt. She's injured. However, oh yeah, she gets to heal 1 wound and 1 sanity at the start of each turn. I should have been doing that in the fight. I'm going to do 1 of each. How many turns has she had? 3? I don't want to be unfair. I'm going to heal 2. 2 more of each. Just because I can't fully remember. But I need to remember that. There's a lot to remember. Okay, the Marshal didn't get to activate, so he can either recover a grit or heal D6 wounds and sanity. We're definitely doing that for him. Okay, so he gets to do 5. So we're going to do 1, 2 wounds, 1, 2 sanity, and then let's do 1 more wound. So he's feeling a lot better, a lot fresher. And then they both get to draw a loot card. Loot, loot, loot. All right, for the girl, she gets a Dark Stone, which I believe is 2 drinks. And she gets 20 XP. And then the Marshal gets $50 because this creature just had $50 laying around on him. Get out my Monopoly money. And he gets 20 more XP. Now, when you level up, so you have to get 500 to do your first level up, you can turn it in and do it immediately. I'm probably not going to do that unless it's like early in an adventure, just because I'd have to I don't have my notepad with me, I'd have to shuffle some things around, so I probably will wait till the end of this adventure. If they level up again in the middle of a mission, I'll try to have my cards out and ready a little bit more. I just need an index card to make some notes on, so I'm gonna... I guess what I'm saying is I'm going to kind of hurt myself a little bit by not doing it immediately when I could, just because I'm lazy. That's all it is. Okay. That's it. They finished that. They share a knowing look. Their bond is starting to grow over this as he watches her come into her own and starting to realize her power. They don't know each other very well, but over the past few days, they're starting to get to know each other over the campfires, and he's seeing this unstoppable force in her. It's a little scary, but there's also some real pride as he's watching this girl just take out these monsters, because I think she's killed most of them, at least 2 or 3 of them, and as a killer at heart, he's really warm into that. So they're moving on. They've got to pick a direction though, and he's pulling a Gandalf, and he's like, I have no memory of this place. So he's gonna follow his nose through one of the 3 here. Yeah, boy. He thinks they should go that way. So she turns around and she's going to go explore this door and see what it holds. We do not hold back the darkness, though. The darkness is still there and it's raging down. Take 2 drinks. The edge of forever. All unexplored doorways immediately become gates. Well, that's not good. All of a sudden, there's a shifting and of reality and bending, and the fabric of space and time is rippling around them, and the mind gates disappear, and replacing them are gateway portals. All of a sudden, everything in the room becomes a gateway portal to another world. The Marshal saw this in his vision when the Void Wizards opened completed their ritual, and now it's here. It's happening. All of a sudden, they're surrounded by portals to other worlds. He hasn't been in any of them, but obviously he knows they're there because the things that are coming out of these mines are not from our world. And so the girl tentatively takes a step forward. He's like, "Wait, stop!" But she goes for it. She takes a step forward to look in. It's a 1, so she gets to recover a grit. We take a shot or a drink. But she takes 1 step, and she looks through the portal. And we're going to find out where we are. As she gets close to the portal, she can feel this hot, muggy, swampy air filtering through at her. And the stench of muck and just the heat, and she looks through, and she has entered into the swamps of Jargano. So we're gonna make some room here. Now we've got some new map tiles to put in. Okay, so we need to find the tribal fountain. Is that it? Yes, that's it. Okay. So there it is. Let's get our gateway here. So she can see through into this tribal fountain. We now need to have our alien gates, because we're now in another world. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The girl does not seem to have any fear about this at all. Let's zoom in. She's gonna brave ahead. The Marshal, however, oh no, I lost it. There we go. I'm trying to fix my camera up here so we can see a little better. Low budget, you guys, low budget. And in there is this nasty red and green water, the light coming from relics and shrines, and it's a place where the trees seem to be alive and almost feel like skeletons of ancient giant monsters. And you can feel the magical energy in this place. We are also now in depth track 8, so it's going to be harder to hold it back. She looks through. We have to do an exploration token. And now Marshal's going to try to catch up a little bit. Say, what do you see? Oh, crap. Well, take 2 drinks because he rolled a 1. But he does get a grit. He doesn't get very far. And she looks into that space, and we reveal the exploration token, and there's now an encounter. So I have to first just get my Gargano stuff settled here. But I'm going to have quite the cleanup after this. The Marshal knows that we are definitely, we're not in Kansas anymore. B, this is not the right path to his friend. But with portals on all entrances, what can you do other than... They can't go backwards because they just came down the waterfall, so they're really trapped here. And this is the only thing they can do, and she seems to be really confident, and she leads them in. And so we're in it. We're in Gargano. But there's movement in the water. Something brushes past your leg because she's kind of straddling worlds here. Just beneath the surface, so she has to do a strength 5 test. Oh no, oh boy. A creature wraps around her leg, threatening to pull her under, and she has to try to pass it. And she doesn't. We can use the grit. Let's use the grit to try to re-roll. She tries again. Oh no, I lost a grit. Sorry guys, we're gonna take a pause. And she doesn't do it, and it pulls her under, and she's nearly drowned. We now have to roll on the injury table as she tears herself free. I gotta remind myself where the injury chart is. Is it all the way back here, or is it... It's on a card. And you're gonna see my butt, sorry. Well, maybe not. Injury, okay. It pulls her under. The Marshal screams, and as she goes under, it's a real Luke Skywalker moment. She's under there for a while, but now she rips herself away. But as she comes up, she's just got a concussion. Until the start of the next adventure, she's at -1 initiative and rolls 1 less dice on all skills tests. So she comes out of the water, smashes against a tree, bruised, but ultimately more or less uninjured, other than a screaming headache, and her eyes are unfocused. She has a minor concussion, but she is going to be okay. And he rushes over to help her when it's his turn. All right, so now we got to get our gate set. So there's only one entrance out of this tribal fountain, and it's over there, which means I'm going to be doing a lot more standing up. So in a minute here, I'm probably going to turn off the camera on my face because you don't need to see my tummy that much. And let's go ahead and block these 2 pads off. And unfortunately, that wasn't one of our clue goals, so we're still moving along. I should add like a shot whenever we go in another world. Although maybe I shouldn't, because we're probably going to be doing that a lot more often in the future here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just switch off my my main camera just because you're going to be seeing me doing a lot more like standing up and down, and you just don't need to see my big old dad belly right in your face for that. Okay, so that is, we are in it. We are in Gargano. The girl feels some energy forces pulling her in this place. There's definitely a connection here, and maybe it's just because of the magical forces when she was blasted into the Marshal's arms. You know, there seems to be some sort of connection with the magical forces in this world for her. She's not quite exactly sure what those are yet, but she wants to explore further, so she's going in. The Marshal is right behind her. First thing we have to do is roll to hold back the darkness, which is going to get a little bit harder here. And they do it this time. That's great. And now it's her turn. So she's going to forge on ahead. She rolls a 3. 1, 2, 3. I think I have to make sure we do. Okay. We have to do all attacks are ambushes in Jargano on the roll of 1, 2, or 3. Marshal's trying to catch up. Just can't quite get there. He's slowing down, old man, slowing down. Okay, so we're gonna end that. And then she's gonna go ahead and try to scavenge in here. She's curious about clues. She wants to see if she can find anything. There's nothing in that place. He's gonna go ahead and scavenge too, though, because he might as well get whatever he can from these dumb mines before they leave. So he gets 2 scavenges out of that. Scavenge, you could roll 3 dice, and if for every 6 you roll, you get to scavenge it. There's 1/3 good cards, 1/3 bad cards, and 1/3 nothing cards. First, nothing, so he gets 10 XP. He scavenges again, and it's emerging darkness. Oh God! As he gets close to the portal, the darkness is talking to him again. He gets 10 XP, and we draw a darkness card. Oh no! This could be bad. Oh, animal savagery. All beast enemies gain an extra 2 combat for each hit roll. That's awesome. So we've just made all of our enemies like just a lot more powerful in the last couple turns here, and that's just great. So fantastic. Okay. Well, probably won't do that again. Try to hold back the darkness. We don't do it. The darkness moves up. We're not doing great. Take 2 drinks. Oh boy. The girl's pressing on ahead. And Marshal's trying to call to her to slow down, but she's just wanting to figure this out and get in there. So Marshal rolls. He's trying to catch up. 1, 2, and he's in Jargano. And he's just taken away. And he's like, holy hell. I've seen a lot of crap in my life, but good Lord, I ain't seen nothing like this. And it's just a little bit much. But like he said, he's seen a lot of crap. This isn't going to stop him. They're going to explore. And she says, Marshal, I can feel it. I can feel something. Something is pulling me forward. We have to go. He's like, well, we ain't. Even if I didn't want to, we don't got no choice now, do we? So let's press on. And they're moving up, and they're moving forward into the heart of Jargano. So let's just readjust here, because I don't think we're going to be coming back through the mines. So give ourselves just a little more space. We roll to hold back the darkness. We got it. Oh no, it's doubles. So what happens? Oh, here we go. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I've rolled doubles in an other world. So I need to do some digging. Without... mining operation. There's Otherworld Targa Plateau. I need to find my Otherworld Jargano events, and I can't find them. I've misplaced a few things. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, here we go. Okay, I found it. Sorry. I was not actually anticipating going into another world. So I hadn't gotten everything prepared. Side note, if anybody has like organizational ideas for me, I feel like I've got pretty good. I've got card stands, I've got tokens and things, but like I'm a little cramped for space and it's hard to shuffle all this stuff around. So if you got some ideas for me, send me a line. Let me know what you think I should do to better organize my crap. Okay, so, oh boy. So we've got an Otherworld event. Volley of arrows. All of a sudden there's a whistling sound and a volley of serpentman arrows rains down from the treetops above, and each hero in Dragano takes 3 hits. Any hero that takes 1 or more wounds also gains a poison marker. Oh no. Holy crap. Arrows rain down. Okay, so at the girl... she dodges, ducks, dodges, they all fly around her. Oh, and she needs to heal wounded sanity. I cannot forget to do that. If anyone is watching this or starts watching this, please remind me to heal her. I'm putting work on you now, so thank you for joining. They miss. Arrows coming at the Marshal. He's not as alive, though, and 2 arrows get through. No, wait, sorry, just one. Just one gets through. He takes a wound. Though, so we have to take a drink, and he takes a poison. Hold on, I gotta find my poison. I also have to remind myself what poison does. Alright, so first things first, take your drink, and then he gets a poison. So at the start of each of his activations, he has to roll. On the roll of 1, 2, he takes a wound, ignoring defense. On the roll of 6, discard the marker. Great, so he's poisoned. That's fantastic. Awesome. Okay, so Serpentmen are somewhere off in the jungle. And they take shots at them, but they haven't quite revealed themselves yet. I do have Serpentmen that I just got in. I have to get painted. I'm gonna have to do it fast now because I'm gonna need them. I'm gonna need them in the in this adventure here. Okay, so we did hold back the darkness. However, we got that event, so now it's the girl's turn. She's gonna heal another wound and a sanity. So she's almost completely healed up. So that's good for her. Then she's gonna roll. She's gonna try to get to that door. Rolls a 4. 1, 2, 3. And she looks through the door, and we draw another map card. It's a passage. Crap. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the marker still goes down even if you get a passage. Yeah. Okay. We're going to do more map shuffling here. So that's the mid-passage. I don't think we're going to scavenge because I don't want any more badness to happen because that last one wasn't great. So the forest continues down. They've got a ways to go. Marshal's going to try to catch up. First he has to roll for his poison. Nothing happens. And now he rolls for movement. She's pressing on ahead without him. He's tapping into his strength, trying to see if he can catch up here. Okay. We are forward. All right, let's see what time it is. Try to keep these at an hour to hour and a half. I got about 10 minutes. We'll see if we can get into another room here and see what dangers lie ahead. So, boy, we're in episode 6. I have an end point that I want for this storyline, but I don't know when we're going to get to it. It would be nice if I could wrap it up into good, even, like, 10 episodes. I don't know if that's going to happen, probably. So we might be pushing for 15. We're going to let it go organically. Don't want to rush this stuff. So first thing we got to do, hold back the darkness. We don't. The darkness moves again, which means now we have to add a Growing Dread card to the stack. That's not good. We're going to be drawing that when we encounter our final fight. Be prepared here to go ahead and shift our view there. The girl heals her final sanity. She's completely healed other than some corruption that we got to take care of later. Rolls a 6. She presses on. She's eager. She looks through the gate. And we draw they are in the deep swamp. The deep, deep swamp. There it is. So let's see, where is it? Activate from this way. Okay. There it is. They are in the heart of the swamp. Or maybe not the heart, but they are deep, deep in it. Deep swamp. There's unearthly glowing lights around them. And we're going to place an exploration token. I really hope that's the clue, the final clue. The Marshal's going to try to catch up because she's getting too far ahead. He taps into some energy reserves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we reveal the token. And it's an encounter, unfortunately. So we draw a Jargano encounter. So first we have to take our drink. I really would love to, like, end this either about to start a fight or in our final encounter. Okay, so we draw an encounter card. Primitive altar. So in this deep swamp, a tribal-looking altar rests here, cut into the half-buried stonework of an ancient ruin. The fire still burns, and a foul-smelling offering has been left as a sacrifice to who knows what. It might not be a good idea to stick around and see. So, we can either ransack the altar for valuables and do a spirit test. So one of our characters could do a spirit test of a 5+. If we failed, though, we'd do D3 Growing Dread, or we could ignore it and move on. As much as I would love to see what's in that altar. No, you know what? She's going to do it. She cannot resist. She's going to go up to that altar. She wants to know the secrets because, again, she just feels a connection to these other worlds. And so she's going to roll, unfortunately, a negative dice. So she only gets to roll 2 spirit test. And she fails. She goes to touch the altar. Energy blasts back at her. It does not allow her in and closes up on itself. And we draw, oh boy, 3 Growing Dread. Well, that was a mistake, but I feel like I needed to make that from a story perspective. I'm probably going to regret that later, though. So 3 Growing Dread to the stack. The altar then recedes on itself, shrinks into the earth, and disappears. The girl lets out a frustrated humph and kicks the swamp. Marshal puts his hand on her shoulder and he's like, "It's all right. It's all right. We're gonna do this. We're gonna find out." So let's see where the gate is. The gate is over here. And let's get some more caps. Okay. Let's zoom out just a little bit. Come on. There we go. Okay, we gotta hold back the darkness. Boy, we're getting deep in it. Deep in it, my friends. We passed the darkness test, so that's fantastic. She's gonna press on. I don't think we're going to scavenge anymore, though. Oh, but she does get to roll a grit. But we have to take a drink. So, I'm gonna drink up. My drink is almost done, which is probably a good time to end soon. And she moves one. She's a little worn after the altercation, if you would allow me a dad joke. And they're moving on. The Marshal steps. Oh, first he's got to roll his poison. I can't quite kick it, but it's not getting him yet. Stupid poison, he says. He rolls a 1. He gets a grit. He's going to immediately spend it to add a d6 to his roll. He's catching up to the girl. But we do have to take a drink. And we have to roll for darkness yet again. Oh no, we rolled doubles. The darkness moves up. We roll double ones. We now have another otherworld event. Ambush attack. There are fiendish creatures and demons in the dark places of the world. Ambush attack. Draw a threat to immediately ambush the heroes. So we draw from here. And it's bog bats. How many bog bats, you say? 4 bog bats, I say. 4 bog bats come sweeping down. My bats are way over here. There's a terrible screeching noise from the sky. Bog bats come splashing down in front of them and behind them, all over. They are surrounded by these nasty, nasty creatures. Guns loaded, ready to go. And we are going to end there. So with that, bog bats are surrounding our heroes. We are a few steps closer to hopefully finding some more. So let's finish this drink up. That was a good, satisfying ending to that episode. I'll just say there. I like it when things play out organically. So the bog bats are surrounding them. They're ready. Guns cocked and loaded. The bog bats are slathering poison out. And when we come back next Saturday, we're going to do that fight. And hopefully we'll get to the conclusion where we're supposed to be searching for Marshal's friend. But we're in the hearts of Jargano. The last time Marshal knew, he was not in the swamps of Jargano, so we don't know what's going to happen. But they're going to keep pressing forward and see if they can find out. So, all right, with that, we're going to call it a night. So, hey, thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and hit the like button and hit subscribe. I'm going to upload this video as a normal video here in the playlist. If you're just joining me, go back and watch some of the other episodes. You can also follow me on Instagram at Dream Camp Creations. I'm doing some comedic reels about Shadows of Brimstone. I'm also going to be starting to put some stuff up of my own things that I work because it's called Dream Camp Creations. I do actually create some of my own things even though they're not published. So I hope to start revealing some of that soon here either on this channel or on my Instagram. So follow along and see you guys next Saturday. I'm going to try to keep it at this time. 10 o'clock on Saturdays, but my Instagram is where you can get updates for that. So have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you next week. Ta-ta.